Okay, 6.1 is radical expressions. Radicals are square roots. This is a radical, square root. Radical expression of functions. If it says find the square roots, you see this S on there? That means there's more than one. The square root of 16 is what times what itself is 16. Okay, that's only one number.
4 times 4. 4 squared? Oh, negative 4.
Negative 4 times negative 4 also. Normally you just think of the positive one, but a negative times a negative is also a positive 16. So it could be this or this. So 225, what's the square roots of 225?
15 and negative.
Right. And square roots of 144?
12.
Negative 12.
The positive and the negative one. Okay, simplify. If there's a negative in front, just put that in the front of your answer. This part's not square rooted. This part just stays in the front. And this, you could do it separately, like say square root of 49 over square root of 36. You could do that. Which would be what? Square root of 49? And it doesn't want all of them, so just put the positive one, okay? When we're simplifying, we just do the square root of something as the positive. Square root of 36? 6. So the negative in front stays there, and the other ones you just use the positives. Don't turn it into 1 and 1/6. Leave it as an improper fraction. So this one has a negative in front. 361, what's the square root of 361? That's why I had you practice squares. Remember when I told you make flashcards with squares?
19.
You would have known that was 19. Square root of 9?
3.
Yeah, if you had 114 with me, I was stressing people doing squares in the lecture classes. If you did self-paced, that's different. I didn't stress it there. Simplify 196, square root of 196. Reverse backwards 169.
14.
Remember 13 is 169, 14 is 196, those switch. What about this one?
0.06.
Right. See, there's 1, 2, and there's 1, 2, 3, 4. This is multiplied by itself, you have 4 of them there. Or you did it on a calculator and cheated.
No,
Oh, didn't you? You didn't cheat? Cool. What's this one?
0.2.
0.2?
0.02.
No, not 0, 2, just 2. Because there's one number, and then when you multiply it, there'll be 2. Yeah. Okay, now use a calculator. This cannot be done in your head. Use a calculator to approximate this to 3 places. So that means you already know it's not going to be a perfect square. 3 places, so tell me what it is like to the 4th place. Tell me, Vernon.
9.
No, to 4 places after decimal.
Oh, 18.62.
2 more numbers. 7, 9?
Yeah.
Okay, so for 3 places, you look at the one that follows it, and you would leave everything just like it is till you get to that 3rd number, and you would round it to, that's 5 or bigger, so round it to the 8. And this is approximate. Both of these are approximate because they keep going after that. And they'll squiggle because it's approximating. This has a negative in front, So put that negative in front. What is that to 3 places?
Negative 42.886.
8, 6. What follows a 6?
8,
6, 8?
no, it's,
A 5, 8?
it's 42885.
8, 8, 5, 8. So the 5, 8 will go up to 6, right? Like he said. Okay, this one, you put the square root, and make sure to put a parentheses if you put this whole thing in there, because it may not put this over the divided thing in parentheses, in this, under the square root if you don't. If you want to put it in there and just have to put square root one time, put square root and then a parenthesis, 285 divided by 74, and then a parenthesis. To 3 places. What do we get there?
$1.962.
1.962.
962.
What's following the 2? 2, 4? Okay. Okay, somebody else getting the same thing? Yeah, okay. Okay, a radicand. Remember I said that this is a radical, a square root is a radical. This is a radical expression. The radicand is the part that's under the radical. The radicand is only this part right here. This will be the easiest problem to do. What's the radicand of this? What's under the square root?
1839.2.
Right, that's your radicand. What's your radicand of this?
B squared.
It's just what's under your square root. So what's under there is your radicand. Bless you. Okay, for the given function, this is your given function. Find the indicated function values. So you're going to plug this in where?
X.
Where the x is, and get a value. So we're going to have, instead of x, we're going to put 6. Write the whole thing. So we have 5x minus 10. 30 minus 10 is 20. Square root of 20. So you can either write it like this as a exact value, or put it about, what is that about?
4.472.
Okay. We'll just automatically go to 3 if it doesn't tell us, okay? Okay, let's put 2 for the x. Okay. 10 minus 10 is what? 10 minus 10 is 0. Square root of 0,
0.
exact value is 0. It's not an approximate, it's an exact. Okay, how about this one? Put a 1 there. 5 times 1 minus 10. 5 minus 10 is what? Negative 5. What does it tell you when you do that on a calculator?
Negative 2.236.
No way.
Undefined.
Undefined. You can't have a negative under here.
Oh, I put it on the outside.
No, no, this is under here. If you put it under here, it'll say error, undefined, it'll say something like that. You can't have a negative under here. So this is undefined. Oops, undefined, or it's not a real